What is the most incredible creature of the deep sea, and what makes it a master of its extreme environment? There are many amazing contenders, from the bioluminescent anglerfish to the long-living Greenland shark. But for many, the title of most incredible goes to the colossal squid, Misonecoteuthis hamiltoni. What makes it a true master of its environment is not just its size, but a suite of unique adaptations to the brutal conditions of the Antarctic deep sea. Unlike the giant squid, the colossal squid has a more robust and muscular body, giving it greater strength and power in the cold, high-pressure waters. Its most fearsome adaptation, however, is on its tentacles and arms. Instead of the suckers and teeth found on other squid, the colossal squid is armed with swiveling hooks at the end of its tentacles and large, spiky hooks along its arms. These hooks allow it to latch onto and subdue large, powerful prey with deadly efficiency. Finally, the colossal squid possesses the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, reportedly the size of a soccer ball. These enormous eyes are not just for show, they are crucial for survival in the pitch-black abyss. They are thought to be highly adapted to detect the faint bioluminescent glow of prey or even the shadows cast by sperm whales, their primary predator, allowing the squid to see its world in a way we can only imagine. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're embarking on a journey, not to distant galaxies or ancient ruins, but to a place far closer, yet arguably more alien and unexplored. The deepest parts of our very own oceans. For millennia, humanity has gazed upon the vast expanse of the ocean, wondering what mysteries lie hidden beneath its shimmering surface. We've charted coastlines, explored coral reefs, and even ventured to the shallowest depths. But it's in the crushing darkness, the freezing temperatures, and the immense pressures of the abyssal and hadal zones, the deepest parts of our oceans, that the most incredible and often gargantuan life forms reside. These are the true giants of the deep, often defying our understanding of life itself and pushing the boundaries of what biological existence can endure. To truly appreciate these titans, we first need to understand their home. The ocean isn't just one big uniform body of water. It's a series of distinct zones, each with its own unique challenges, physical parameters, and consequently its own unique inhabitants. Think of it like a vertical landscape with different ecosystems at different altitudes, but instead of air thinning, the water thickens with pressure. At the very top, we have the epipelagic zone, or the sunlight zone, extending down to about 200 meters, around 650 feet. This is where most marine life we're familiar with thrives: corals, most fish species, sharks, dolphins, and whales. It's warm, well-lit, and oxygen-rich. Below that, from 200 to 1,000 meters, 650 to 3,300 feet, is the mesopelagic zone, often called the twilight zone. Here, sunlight rapidly fades and temperatures drop. Organisms here often have large eyes to capture the dwindling light, or they produce their own light through bioluminescence. Many undergo daily vertical migrations, moving up to feed at night and descending during the day to avoid predators. Next, from 1,000 to 4,000 meters, 3,300 to 13,100 feet, is the bathopelagic zone, or the midnight zone. No sunlight penetrates here whatsoever. The only light is produced by the creatures themselves. Temperatures are uniformly cold, just a few degrees above freezing, and the pressure is immense, hundreds of times that at the surface. Food is scarce, and life becomes sparse and specialized. But for our giants, we must descend even further. We're talking about the truly extreme environments. The abyssal pelagic zone, or simply the abyssal zone, stretches from 4,000 to 6,000 meters, 13,100 to 19,700 feet. This vast, dark, and cold realm covers over 50% of the Earth's surface, making it the largest habitat on our planet. Here, sunlight is a distant memory. Temperatures hover just above freezing, typically around 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, and the pressure can reach over 600 times that at the surface. To put that into perspective, imagine the equivalent of stacking 60 jumbo jets on top of you. That's the kind of pressure these organisms endure every moment of their lives. Food is incredibly scarce, falling as a slow, continuous shower of organic detritus, known as marine snow, or, in the rare event of a large carcass, like a whale fall, and even deeper, from 6,000 meters down to the ocean's greatest depths, we find the hadal pelagic zone, or the hadal zone. This is the realm of the deep ocean trenches, the geological scars where tectonic plates collide and one slides beneath another. Here, the pressure can exceed 1,100 atmospheres. Imagine the weight of 1,100 elephants balanced on a single postage stamp. That's the kind of pressure these organisms endure in an instant. Temperatures are still near freezing, and it is a place of perpetual darkness. Life here exists at the very edge of what we understand about habitability. The enigma of deep-sea gigantism. Why so big? These extreme conditions are not merely environmental challenges, they are fundamental drivers of evolution. Organisms in these zones have developed astonishing adaptations to survive, and in many cases, to thrive. What fascinates scientists, and indeed anyone who hears about it, is the phenomenon of deep-sea gigantism. This is not a myth, not a legend, but a well-documented biological reality where invertebrates and certain other deep-sea animals tend to grow to a much larger size than their shallower water relatives. It's counterintuitive in some ways. You'd expect smaller, more efficient forms of life in such harsh environments, yet we find enormous creatures. Why does this happen? Scientists have proposed several compelling theories, and it's likely a combination of these factors working in concert. Let's break down the leading hypotheses behind deep-sea gigantism. Firstly, the food scarcity hypothesis. As we've established, in the deep ocean, food is incredibly scarce. This isn't a buffet, it's a desert with intermittent, unpredictable windfalls. What organic matter does reach these depths often comes in the form of marine snow, a slow, continuous shower of tiny organic particles, largely from dead surface organisms, or, critically, the occasional large carcass, like a dead whale or a large fish, sinking to the sea floor. With such limited and sporadic food availability, organisms have adapted to grow very slowly and live for exceptionally long periods. This extended lifespan allows them more time to reach larger final sizes. Furthermore, a larger size can mean more efficient energy storage when a rare food source is found, allowing them to endure long periods of starvation. Imagine a large fuel tank on a car. It can go much farther between fill-ups. According to Kleiber's law, a larger animal's basal metabolic rate is more efficient, scaling to roughly the 3/4 power of its mass, which provides an additional benefit under conditions of limited food supply. Secondly, temperature and metabolic rate. The deep ocean is uniformly cold, hovering consistently around 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. Colder temperatures generally lead to significantly slower metabolic rates in poikilothermic or cold-blooded animals, which are most deep-sea creatures. A slower metabolism means an organism expends less energy simply to exist. This in turn means it can grow more slowly over a much longer period, again contributing to larger final sizes. It's like a slow-motion growth spurt over decades or even centuries, rather than years. This concept is sometimes referred to as the temperature size rule, where organisms living in colder environments tend to be larger. In the Arctic and Antarctic seas, where the vertical temperature gradient is less pronounced, there is also a reduced trend towards increasing body size with depth, which further supports this hypothesis and argues against hydrostatic pressure being a primary cause. Thirdly, pressure and buoyancy. While the immense pressure of the deep sea is undoubtedly a challenge, some theories suggest that a larger size might actually offer certain advantages. A larger body mass can provide greater structural integrity, making an organism more robust and less susceptible to the crushing forces. In some cases, a larger body can also aid in buoyancy control, requiring less energy to maintain a position in the water column in areas with low food availability, where energy conservation is paramount. There's also the aspect of surface area to volume ratio. Larger animals have a smaller surface area relative to their volume, which can help in retaining heat in cold water, though deep-sea animals often operate so close to ambient temperature that this effect might be less pronounced than in shallower but still cold environments. Finally, lack of predation and competition. While there are indeed formidable predators in the deep, the overall biodiversity, particularly of large, active predators, is often lower than in shallower waters. With fewer predators exerting selection pressure for small size, to hide or escape easily, and often less direct competition for specific resources among similar-sized species, organisms can invest more energy into growth rather than into defense mechanisms, rapid reproduction cycles, or developing complex escape behaviors. Growing larger might even deter some potential predators, making them a less appealing target. A bigger animal is harder to eat. Whatever the precise combination of these intricate factors, the result is a breathtaking array of immense creatures that challenge our perception of what life can be. These are not just biological oddities, they are living testaments to the incredible adaptability of life on Earth. Let's delve into the specifics and meet some of these truly extraordinary titans. Chapter 1. The True Krakens, Giant and Colossal Squids. When we speak of giants of the deep, our minds often conjure images of mythical beasts, the legendary Kraken. For centuries, this creature was the stuff of sailors' tales, a terrifying entity capable of dragging ships to their doom, glimpsed only in fleeting, terrifying encounters or in the gruesome, battle-scarred bodies of sperm whales. But the ocean holds not one, but two creatures that very nearly fulfill that ancient legend, the giant squid, Architeuthis dux, and its even more massive cousin, the colossal squid, Mesonychiteuthis hamiltoni. Let's start with the giant squid. For a long time, Architeuthis dux was almost entirely unknown to science, existing primarily in scientific reports based on washed-up carcasses or stomach contents of deep-diving whales. It wasn't until 2004 that a team of Japanese scientists, led by Tsunemi Kubodera, captured the first ever live footage of a giant squid in its natural habitat off the Ogasawara Islands. This was a monumental achievement, revealing a creature of immense size and grace. These magnificent cephalopods can reach astounding lengths. Females, which are typically larger than males, can measure up to 13 meters, that's over 43 feet, from the tip of their mantle to the end of their two incredibly long feeding tentacles. Their 8 regular arms are also substantial, equipped with powerful suckers that leave distinctive circular scars on their primary predators, the sperm whales. Their eyes are among the largest in the animal kingdom, roughly the size of a dinner plate, perfectly adapted to gather what little light exists in their deep-sea realm, often between 300 and 1,000 meters. The giant squid is a voracious ambush predator, using its massive eyes to spot the silhouette of prey against the faint, downward-filtering light, and its incredibly long tentacles to snatch and pull in its meal. But even the giant squid pales in comparison to its more elusive cousin, the colossal squid, Mesonychiteuthis hamiltoni. This beast, discovered in 1925 but rarely seen, is believed to be the largest invertebrate on Earth by mass. While its maximum length is estimated to be slightly less than the giant squid, at around 10 to 14 meters, its body is far more robust and its mantle is much wider. The colossal squid is unique for its massive swiveling hooks on its tentacles and arms, unlike the simple suckers of the giant squid. These razor-sharp weapons, which can be up to an inch long, are used to snare and slice up prey in the pitch black of the Antarctic depths, where it reigns as a formidable apex predator. Its eyes are even larger than the giant squid's, potentially the largest eyes ever recorded in the animal kingdom, measuring up to 27 centimeters, 11 inches in diameter, the size of a soccer ball. This allows it to detect the faint bioluminescent flashes of prey in almost total darkness. Both these magnificent predators provide critical insights into the extreme adaptations required to thrive in the deep. Chapter 2. The Armored Titans, Giant Isopods and Amphipods. Moving from the active predators to the scavengers, we encounter another remarkable group of deep-sea giants, the giant isopods, Bathynomus gigantis, and its relatives. These creatures are the ultimate deep-sea cleanup crew, resembling a colossal woodlice or pillbug, but growing up to 50 centimeters, nearly 20 inches in length. They roam the abyssal plains, primarily between 170 and 2,140 meters, feasting on dead whales, fish, and other detritus that falls from above. Their armored bodies provide protection, and their ability to go for incredibly long periods without food is legendary. One captive giant isopod famously survived for over 5 years without eating a single meal. This remarkable resilience is a testament to the slow metabolism rates and energy conservation strategies necessary for survival in the deep. Even more recently, scientists discovered the supergiant amphipod, Alicella gigantea. These crustaceans, related to the tiny sand fleas you might see on a beach, were initially thought to grow around 10 centimeters. However, in the Kermadec Trench, at depths of over 7,000 meters, researchers found individuals reaching an astonishing 34 centimeters, over a foot long. Imagine a sand flea the size of your forearm. Recent genetic studies have found that this species has an exceptionally large genome, with genes related to growth regulation being overrepresented, suggesting a direct link between its genetic makeup and its immense size. Like the giant isopod, these creatures are scavengers, surviving on carrion that drifts down from the upper ocean, and are inferred to have an unusually long lifespan, possibly over 10 years. Their discovery highlights how much we still have to learn about the deep-sea fauna and the biological drivers of gigantism. Chapter 3. The Ancient Survivors. The blunt-nose six-gill shark, Hexanchus griseus, is a prime example. This prehistoric-looking shark, with its 6 gills, most sharks have 5, can grow over 6 meters, 20 feet long, making it one of the largest predatory sharks in the deep sea. It inhabits continental and island shelves and slopes, typically between 200 and 1,000 meters, though it can venture shallower at night as part of a diel vertical migration. During the day, it rests in the cold, dark depths, but as night falls, it ascends to hunt for food in the more productive mesopelagic zone, preying on everything from fish and rays to other sharks and even seals. With its slow, cruising movements and powerful jaws, the sixgill is an opportunistic hunter. Its deep-sea habitat has likely contributed to its ancient lineage, remaining relatively unchanged for millions of years. Even more impressive in terms of longevity is the Greenland shark, Somniosus microcephalus. While not strictly an abyssal creature, it inhabits the frigid waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic, often at depths of up to 2,200 meters. This slow-moving giant can reach lengths of 7.3 meters, 24 feet, making it one of the largest living predatory fish. But what truly sets the Greenland shark apart is its extraordinary lifespan. Recent studies using radiocarbon dating of its eye lenses revealed that these sharks can live for at least 272 years and possibly up to 500 years, making them the longest living vertebrates on Earth. Imagine the history these silent giants have witnessed in the cold, dark depths. Their incredibly slow metabolism in icy waters is a key factor in the remarkable longevity and immense size, allowing them to grow slowly over centuries. Chapter 4: The Abyssal Worms and Siphonophore. Not all deep-sea giants are mobile predators. Some are rooted in place, thriving in the most extreme environments imaginable. The giant tube worms, Riftia pachyptilla, are a spectacular example. These vibrant blood-red plumes, emerging from white tubes, can grow over 2.4 meters, 8 feet, tall, and are found exclusively around hydrothermal vents, cracks in the Earth's crust that spews superheated, mineral-rich water. Unlike most life, which is supported by photosynthesis, these ecosystems are fueled by chemosynthesis. The giant tube worms have no mouth or digestive tract. They rely entirely on a symbiotic relationship with bacteria that live inside them. These bacteria use the sulfide and other chemicals from the vents to produce organic compounds, which the worm then consumes. This unique energy source allows the worms to grow at an astonishing rate, sometimes reaching sexual maturity in less than 2 years, and to an immense size in an environment of otherwise sparse food. This rapid growth and large size is an exception to the slow metabolism rule of deep-sea giantism, highlighting the power of chemosynthesis to fuel life in the abyss. And then we have the siphonophores, colonial animals that can reach truly mind-boggling lengths. A single siphonophore is not a single organism, but a colony of specialized individual zooids, each with a specific function, some for feeding, some for reproduction, some for movement, and some for defense. The giant siphonophore, Priya dubia, for example, has been observed in the deep ocean reaching lengths of up to 40 meters, 130 feet, or more. This makes it one of the longest animals in the world, far exceeding the length of a blue whale. This immense size is a result of the colony's linear arrangement, with new zooids budding off in a continuous chain. They drift through the water column, often at depths of 1,000 meters or more, using bioluminescent lures to attract small fish and crustaceans into their long, stinging filaments. Their immense size allows them to cast an enormous net to capture prey in the sparse twilight and midnight zones. Chapter 5: Unconventional Predators of the Abyss. Beyond the classic giants, the deep ocean is home to other large, fascinating predators that have adapted in unique ways. The megamouth shark, Megachasma pelagios, is one of the rarest and most mysterious sharks in the world. First discovered in 1976, Fewer than 200 have ever been sighted. This filter-feeding shark can grow up to 5.5 meters, 18 feet, long. Unlike the great white or other fearsome predators, the megamouth has a massive, cavernous mouth that it uses to filter feed on plankton, krill, and small jellyfish. It swims through the water column with its huge mouth agape, a unique feeding strategy among sharks, known as engulfment filtration, similar to that of a baleen whale. Its large, luminous mouth is thought to be an adaptation to attract its prey in the dark, acting as a giant, living lure. Then there's the frilled shark, Chlamydosalachus anguinus. While not a true giant by the standards of the megasquid, this shark can still reach lengths of 2 meters, 6.5 feet, and is a living fossil, with an appearance that has changed little in 80 million years. Its name comes from the 6 pairs of frilly gill slits that are a throwback to prehistoric sharks. With its serpentine, eel-like body and rows of 3-pronged teeth, it's a fearsome ambush predator, coiling its body and lunging at prey like a snake. It's often found on the outer continental shelves and slopes at depths of over 1,500 meters, but it is rarely seen. And what about the deep-sea anglerfish? While most species are relatively small, some have a form of gigantism, particularly in the females, which can be orders of magnitude larger than the males. Take the giant deep-sea anglerfish, Seriatus hulboli. The female can grow to over a meter, 3.9 feet, in length, while the male is a tiny parasitic creature, only about 16 centimeters long. The female's huge, expandable stomach allows her to swallow prey larger than herself, and she uses her bioluminescent lure, or esca, to dangle and attract unsuspecting fish right to her mouth. This extreme sexual dimorphism and parasitic reproductive strategy is one of the most bizarre and intriguing examples of deep-sea adaptation. Chapter 6: The Future of Deep-Sea Discovery. Despite these incredible discoveries, we have only scratched the surface of the deep ocean. It is estimated that up to 2/3 of the species in the ocean, possibly more, have yet to be discovered or officially described. The technology to explore these depths is still relatively new and expensive. Remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, and autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs, are our primary tools, providing us with glimpses into this hidden world. Ongoing research is not just about finding new species. It's about understanding these complex ecosystems and the role they play in the global climate and nutrient cycles. The deep ocean is a massive carbon sink, and its health is vital for the entire planet. But as we explore, we also bring with us new challenges. Human pollutants, like microplastics, have been found in the stomachs of deep-sea creatures, even in the most remote trenches. The increasing interest in deep-sea mining for rare earth minerals poses a significant threat to these fragile, slow-growing ecosystems, which take centuries to recover from disturbance. The giants of the abyss are more than just fascinating creatures. They are a powerful reminder of the vast, unexplored frontiers right here on our planet. They teach us about the incredible resilience of life in the face of extreme pressure, cold, and darkness. As our technology advances, we must proceed with a sense of wonder, but also with caution, to ensure that these magnificent titans remain a part of our world, not just a chapter in its history. Given the incredible adaptations of deep-sea giants, what do you think is the single most important factor, be it pressure, temperature, or food scarcity, that drives deep-sea gigantism, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
If you want to keep exploring the incredible wonders of our planet, be sure to hit that subscribe button.